Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things positive within your fandom and we talk about them in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place. We are so happy to have you here. This is Something Saturday on this channel where we talk about things we didn't get to talk about the rest of the week. And today we have to talk about Smile 2, which is pretty much ready for Halloween season next year. So let's jump right into it. All right, everybody, so we have to talk about Smile 2. Smile, the original Smile movie, was one of those movies that came about at a time when it benefited it. During the pandemic, when people couldn't get out of the house to go to the movies, they relied on the streaming services bringing movies to them. And Smile was one of those movies that took that spot, that took that opportunity. And had it not come out when it did, I'm not sure how it would have been received. However, it was a critical hit during the time of the pandemic. And they didn't expect it to have the level of success that it had. Due to it having that level of success, a sequel was almost inevitable. And what we ended up getting was earlier this year, there was an announcement at CinemaCon that there would in fact be a sequel. Unlike the previous movie only being released on streaming, this one will get a theatrical release. And that's rather big news too. Imagine that a movie that went directly to streaming was so popular that it got a theatrical release for its sequel. This isn't very common. I'm not saying it hasn't happened or will not happen again for a movie to be direct to video or streaming or some other sort of non-theatrical release and suddenly become a theatrical release for its sequel. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen, but it doesn't happen very often. So the movie had to have done something right. Regardless of if you think the movie was amazing or not, the fact that they made enough money with this movie to give the second one a theatrical run is something of an accomplishment. Now, finally, some details have started to emerge about this movie. And what exactly are these details? Well, let's kind of talk about that a little bit. Well, the plot is being kept pretty tightly under wraps. However, there is some things to note. We can expect that there will be more blood, more guts. The grinning demon will be a little bit more violent this time, apparently. They have said that they want plenty of jump scares in this movie. So let's kind of talk about what that means. We know that the movie sort of had, and I'm gonna avoid any sort of spoilers to the first movie in case you haven't seen it. However, I will tell you, yes, there is a Smile demon going around sort of possessing people, and that this demon tends to off people in really violent ways. To me, the movie always reminded me of Fallen from 1998. And the movie Fallen from 1998 follows Denzel Washington as he and his partner investigate a string of violent deaths and murders. Well, turns out that there is in fact a demon behind this. And the movie moves pretty good. It is considered by many to be one of Denzel Washington's most underrated movies. And for good reason. If you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend you do check out Fallen. It is very much in the same vein as what you get with Smile. However, in the case of Smile, it is a bit more horror related, a lot more gory, a lot more violent, and it does offer those jump scares. Now, when it comes to the movie Smile, it's one of those movies that just kind of needed to happen at the time it happened in order to be a success. I honestly do think that if it had gone to theaters, it probably wouldn't have gotten a sequel like it's going to get. It's not that I didn't like the movie, but as I said, it reminded me too much of things I'd seen in the past. So it's definitely not a movie that's going to blow you away. And yet, it is very entertaining to watch. You have to wonder what they could do with the sequel. And that's kind of where we're at. If they present the sequel with a much more gory and horror-like vibes to it, it could be really good. I don't know that it needs to be as gross out over the top, but definitely some jump scares would do well for this film. Like I said, I think the original is very much worth watching. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It is worth your time. And I want to know if you guys are excited for this new movie to come out. But that's not all the news we have for you yet, because Pet Sematary 2 Bloodlines releases tonight. And I do plan on watching that. I will probably do my little quick take review in a little short video, and then on Tuesday we'll talk about it in a little bit more detail, of course keeping it non-spoiler for people who haven't had a chance to see it yet. So that's our news for the day, and as always, I want to know what you guys think. As always, we want to know what you guys think, so leave us a comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think. Don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of the conversation as well. And then don't forget to hit that like button as hard as you can. It's free, it helps the channel, and we appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers, and you don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows that fandom is family.